Hi guys, Everything NFL here, and today I am back bringing you guys another draft profile. This also is going along with a big rumour that is circulating around the NFL community right now. So I thought I'd make a video on it, let's talk about it. And I didn't upload yesterday, I apologise, but we are back today. Back on the video grind, back making videos on the 2020 NFL Draft, which is now only 1 week away. I cannot wait, I'm so excited. So now, no messing about, let's get right into the video. Video is, should the New York Jets select Henry Ruggs III with their 11th overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. Like I said, a lot of speculation has been going around that the Jets are super in on wide receiver from Alabama, Henry Ruggs, with their 11th pick in the draft. It says that they are high on him, which is amazing to think for the Jets. They are looking at the draft. Jets fans are thinking, we might truly have our number one receiver that we have sought after for years. If New York wants to get the best out of their big investment they made in the 2018 NFL Draft, where they invested the 3rd overall pick, even traded up for him in the 3rd overall pick for Sam Darnold. So I think if they want to get the best out of him, they need to get a weapon for him. And also they need to also look at tackle. I think in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th rounds, they might be going to look at tackle because that is what they need. After letting number one receiver, was a number one receiver for them, Robbie Anderson, he left in free agency to sign a mega deal with the Carolina Panthers. And now there's a hole to fill in the wide receiver room, and GM Joe Douglas, going into his first draft as general manager of the New York Jets, is in a fantastic position in the draft as the Jets hold the 11th overall selection, and he is spoiled for choice for wide receivers because if what I believe happens, the wide receivers on the board then will be Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs, both out of Alabama, and my number one receiver in the class, CeeDee Lamb, should all be available when the Jets pick. So they are really spoiled for choice with all the options they have on the table. Now let's go over some of Robbie Anderson's stats and how he got to where he is today and how he is today and what the Jets will be looking to replace. Robbie Anderson, in my opinion, has always been an average to good wide receiver. He's never been anything special. He's been with the Jets for 4 years and has accumulated 3,059 receiving yards with 20 touchdowns over that time. Averages about 750 yards a season and 5 touchdowns, so nothing amazing, but average. His best season as a Jet was in his sophomore year, where he had 941 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns. That was his breakout year. Everyone thought he was going to be amazing after that. Fortunately, he kind of slid into mediocrity and never became too much. In 2019, his stats were 779 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. It's a good stat line, but you want more from a number one receiver. Like think about what the Saints got with Michael Thomas, even what the Lions got with Kenny Golladay, etc., etc. The list just goes on. That is what you want from your true number one receiver, and he wasn't that for the Jets, and now he's gone. But like I said, I don't think he's a number one receiver. He would fit so much better as a complementary to a great number one, where in Carolina he's now in a good wide receiver room with up-and-coming star DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel as well. Add Robbie Anderson to that mix. That's a good trio on offense for the Panthers and Teddy Bridgewater in 2020. But like I said, he's not going to be the number one there. DJ Moore will be the number one with Curtis Samuel. Probably going to be in the slot. Don't really know too much there right now because you never know what the Carolina Panthers might do. They might somehow take offense and mess it all up a bit. You never know. But the Jets are eyeing up Ruggs because he's a speed kill, really amazing deep threat wide receiver, and was for the Crimson Tide for 3 seasons. He formed a lethal duo with Jerry Jeudy. He is also in this class. He's my number 2 receiver in this class for a very successful Alabama team. And let's just talk how Henry Ruggs could mould into a number 1 receiver in the New York Jets system. Let's just look at the obvious. Insane combine, in my opinion, best combine from any wide receiver in this class. He ran a phenomenal 4.28 on a 40-yard dash, which is unreal speed. I think it was like 4th all-time or something, mental. Now let's go over his time at Alabama, because he was a key piece in that Alabama team. During his 3 seasons there, he had some interesting stats due to Jerry Jeudy being the number 1 receiver and being the top player and the deep threat and etc., etc. His stats in his first year were 12 receptions for 229 yards and 6 touchdowns. He only caught the ball 12 times, but he scored 6 times on those 12 catches, so he's very good red zone threat in his first season in college. In his sophomore season, he had 46 receptions, 741 yards, and 11 touchdowns. This was his best season in college. An incredible step up from his first year with 11 scores. But 46 receptions and 741 yards are amazing. And he was pivotal to Alabama in 2018. And in his junior season, his stats remained great, but it was much of the same. Less touchdowns, more yards, and he didn't receive the ball as much. 40 receptions for 746 yards and 7 touchdowns. His stats, like I said, were consistently good, but he was more of a deep threat, whilst Jerry Jeudy, the playmaker. So that's his stats for college. He declared for the 2020 NFL Draft, and as soon as I knew he declared, he was pegged, in my opinion, as a top 3 receiver in the class and was going to go in the first round. For quite a while, before I even started my channel, I had him mocked to the Denver Broncos on like 2 or 3 different mock drafts. But now it's interesting because he has gone up draft boards a lot. Some people are even thinking about before Arizona traded for DeAndre Hopkins, do they take Henry Ruggs at 8? I wouldn't be shocked. He was, well, I would be shocked now, but I wouldn't have been shocked back then. But yeah, it's just, I think out of all of these receivers, Henry Ruggs is going to be the obvious option for a team that needing the speed. But like I said, with the options on the board of Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb, how hard is that going to be for GM Joe Douglas to go over? But even if he does prefer Henry Ruggs, he'll go with Henry Ruggs. So it's just going to be all interesting. And this is all on the main task. We are 1 week away from the NFL draft now. I am so excited. And on the day of the draft, I thought I'd let you know now, so because the day before the draft, I probably won't be uploading because I'll be doing my work on my 3rd and final mock draft, which will be coming out on the day of the NFL draft. So you guys can follow along with my mock draft on draft day if you guys want, and see how many I get right. I will be making, as soon as the draft is finished, you'll probably get a couple of days where you might even see some double uploads because it's just going to be so big. There'll be tons of NFL draft related videos. I will be reviewing every single pick in the first round the day after the draft happens, and we will be talking about the trades, and we're obviously just going to go over the whole first round and how it happened and where these players will fit into their system. I will be doing a profile for every single quarterback and where they land, and I'll be doing it for wide receivers as well. All the big players I will be doing profiles on, where they land and how they fit into the system. I can't wait to make those videos. I hope you guys are excited, and that's it for today. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss an upload, and stay safe, make sure you're staying inside, and I will see you tomorrow. See you later, guys.